We appreciate you being here this afternoon here at the Tulsa State Fair, a great venue for agriculture. We certainly appreciate all that the Tulsa State Fair brings to Oklahoma and allows us in agriculture to showcase who we are and what we do. We're here on a very important occasion. My name's Michael Kelsey. I'm the Executive Vice President of the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association, and we're glad to be partnering with the Oklahoma Pork Council and the Ag Fund, which is a part of Oklahoma Farm Bureau, to show our support for Kevin Stitt as a governor of Oklahoma. This election is very, very important for agriculture. We have an opportunity to continue to grow agriculture in the state of Oklahoma. If you consider especially animal agriculture in the state of Oklahoma, it's a $5.2 billion industry according to USDA in 2017. Of that $5.2 billion, 49% of it, almost 50% of it, is in the cattle industry. And we're very proud that Kevin Stitt is a cattleman. He's a member of OCA, of the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association. He understands that economic development in rural Oklahoma happens on a dirt road. And we have a great opportunity to continue to grow rural Oklahoma and agriculture, certainly with the beef cattle industry, and you're going to hear today as well from the Pork Council on how we can continue to grow our friends in the pork industry as well as other animal agriculture. It's hard for a cattleman to say anything nice about other protein, but you'll forgive me for that, okay? But we're all here together supporting who we think will be a fantastic leader for Oklahoma agriculture, and that is Kevin Stitt. We're very proud to be here. It's a great opportunity for us to partner with him and move Oklahoma forward. All right, at this time I'd like to introduce and turn over to Roy Lee Lindsey with the Oklahoma Pork Council, and he has a few comments.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. My name is Roy Lee Lindsey. I'm the Executive Director with the Oklahoma Pork Council, and it is a pleasure to be here today to recommend to you and endorse fully the next governor of the state of Oklahoma, Kevin Stitt. As we look across the landscape, Michael did a nice job of talking about the things that we think Kevin brings to the table for us as a governor. A leader, a man with vision, a guy that wants to grow agriculture. We're an industry that's invested in rural Oklahoma, as Michael said. We want to continue that growth. What we know, of course, about Drew Edmondson from his 30-plus years in public service is he's not a supporter of growth in agriculture across this state. Drew's a supporter of regulation. He wants to restrict your ability to make choices on your land, to do with your farm and your animals. You don't have to look any further than the issues here in northeastern Oklahoma in the watershed. When the Conservation Commission went out and worked hand in hand with farmers and ranchers on a voluntary basis, we removed watersheds from the impaired list. We improved the overall water quality of Oklahoma, and we were recognized nationally for those voluntary efforts. Drew's answer is to file a lawsuit. Drew's answer is more regulation. I think Drew would have been the first in line to support the Obama-era administration's Waters of the U.S. rule, where EPA would come to your farm and tell you how much land you could farm, how much land you had to set aside, what you had to do on your farm. Thank goodness he was no longer Attorney General when the Waters of the U.S. rule was introduced. And lastly, lots of folks ask me, why am I concerned about Drew being governor? Drew's chosen to affiliate himself with the Humane Society of the United States, the most outspoken opponent of animal agriculture in this country. And what they want is to end livestock production. Michael talked to you about the impact on our economy of livestock production in Oklahoma. HSUS wants to end livestock production and meat consumption, and Drew has chosen to affiliate himself with them by being their counsel, their legal counsel in the state of Oklahoma. That leads me to believe that Drew thinks he knows what's best on your plate, because that's what HSUS does. They come in and tell you how your chickens ought to be raised, how you ought to take care of your cattle, how we ought to take care of the hogs on the farm, when the people that can best make those decisions are the people that work on the farm every day. And what we've got in a candidate and the next governor in Kevin Stitt is a guy who recognizes the effort and the hard work that our farmers and ranchers put in every day. And I am proud to stand up here on behalf of the Pork Council and me personally and endorse Kevin Stitt for the governor of Oklahoma. With that, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Rachel Pickens.
Hello and good afternoon. It is an honor to be here with you today and show my support for our friend in agriculture, Mr. Kevin Stitt. My name is Rachel Pickens. I'm a mother, a self-employed real estate broker, a rancher, and an advocate for agriculture. One could say my roots run very deep in agriculture, as my family started farming in the Delmarva area in the 1700s. The love of the land and the passion of the agricultural lifestyle is something that has been transferred from generation to generation in my family. I am so blessed to have the opportunity to continue that with my children as we raise them on our cattle ranch in Stillwater. I knew if I wanted our family legacy to continue, I had to get involved in the government process. I knew that if I did so, this would help ensure my children to pass it along to the next generation. I started to become involved in agriculture committees, and I currently serve as the vice president of the Oklahoma Cattle Women's and also serve on a national committee for a grassroots organization in the agricultural industry. Throughout the last year, Kevin has made several attempts to try to get into every meeting that our agricultural organization has had. He's taken time to understand our needs, what we need for the future of agriculture in Oklahoma, and I can stand here before you today and guarantee that this candidate realizes the importance of agriculture and he realized the impact it has on our state's economy. The governor election will not only have a future change on the future of agriculture in Oklahoma, but it will also have an impact on the future for our children and our grandchildren. Now, as a mother, I believe that education is the key to success. So when looking for the candidates this year, the most crucial thing that I looked for was someone that understood the education issue. Someone that not only understood that we have a problem, but also had a plan to fix it. And that is what I saw in Kevin. I realized that he saw the value of the classroom, and that is where he believes that the tax dollars should stay. He believes in the technology and supplies, and most importantly, he believes that those tax dollars should be put towards those amazing educators so we can keep them in our great state of Oklahoma. Now, friends, we're at a crossroads. In just a few short weeks, we will be deciding the governor of Oklahoma. We need a bold new leadership. We need someone who will fight for a rural lifestyle, and we need someone who will lead our state in education, rural health care, and other important issues that our farming family looks forward to. This is why I believe Kevin Stitt is the best candidate for the Oklahoma governor, and I hope that all of you will join me on November 6th and vote for Kevin Stitt.
I am so honored to have the support from the hardworking, diverse agriculture community here in Oklahoma. You know, agriculture is a mainstay in Oklahoma. It's such an important and vital part of our economy. It's the #2 economy in our state. And as governor, I'm going to protect our farmers and ranchers from out-of-state animal groups. No one raises food and fiber better than Oklahomans. And in the Stitt administration, we will continue to fight against the federal government's overreach left over from the Obama era that hurts landowners and our family farms. I'm going to preserve the agricultural tax exemption. This is market in all the other states around us. But my opponent is already running on a platform of more taxes. He's going after industries for these taxes, and enough is enough. No new taxes. You know, I'm going to diversify our economy and place an emphasis on recruiting businesses that support our economic and agricultural communities to produce the commodities right here in our state. And as the CEO and the governor of the state, I'm going to be the best salesperson that we've had in decades to recruit those businesses. And day one in office, everybody's going to know that Oklahoma is open for business. I can't thank the agricultural community enough for standing behind me, and Oklahoma's turnaround starts right here, right now. Thank you guys so much for being here today, and thank you guys for your support.